All right, so we got the 57 wagon on the dyno and gonna make a pool. So, a little backstory on this car. It's been pretty much done for almost 20 years and not driven at all. It's kind of an LS swap gone wrong. So anyway, pulled the stock computer and stuff, had like street and performance crap on it, and put a Holley Terminator X on it and fired it right up. So anyways, here's the car. It's on a Newman chassis, got all C4 suspension. It's an LS1 with a T56 out of an F-body. So we're gonna throw this thing on and see what it makes. My prediction is 290 to the wheels. What do you think? All right, so here's the dyno results. What you're gonna look at here is, so the engine did pretty well. So it made 337 horsepower at 5,300 RPMs, and it made 356, almost 357 foot-pounds of torque at 4,100. And as you can see, the air-fuel ratio was, God, it was perfect. It was like 12.3 all the way through, nice and steady. Looks really good. So for a stock motor, it's pretty impressive, really. The motor is, I believe, is a 98 or a 99, and really the only thing it had on it was probably a little bit of a less restrictive air intake tube and filter, and it had kind of a mid-length header. No catalytic converters or anything on it. So, but in comparison, we got that 337 and 356. So here's my car with a stock 2000 LS1 with an LS2 intake and a cam that is 216, 222. And in comparison, the torque was about exactly the same, and the horsepower was 359 at 5,800 versus 337 at 5,300. And when you compare these two, the torque is almost identical. Torque peak was a little higher on the cammed LS1, but it made 20 more horsepower. And I think really what the biggest thing that you notice is that it revs out. So I think when you take the stock cam in this engine versus this engine, and really the benefit that you got was same power, really realistically up until this peak here, and then this one here, it just kept going. If you were to see it, it just kept going, and it revved. This engine I revved it up to about 62, 6,300, and you can see it barely fell off. Whereas this one, at 6,000, it was really starting to be done. So anyways, if you got an LS1 and you decide that you want just a little bit more power, that 216, 222, I believe, cam from TrickFlow is a pretty good option. So anyways, just was really impressed on how much horsepower stock LS1 actually made. The car's fun to drive, and with the 6-speed in it. And it's not, a race car or anything too crazy, but it's fun to drive.